EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Second and 7. Looking to throw. Bradley. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Devo. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Sweeney. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Looking to throw. Sweeney. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Ready.
Off the bootleg. Sweeney. They'll roll him out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They call it a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
18, Pioneer. Hey.
Back to throw. Sweeney. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Kalijah Cansey able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning, and now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 5.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70 Lions.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
Touchdown! Rashad White, 48 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go, set.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Go.
Off the play fake. Sweeney. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Kalijah Kancey. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now. But he's got a man complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Looking to throw. Sweeney. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have regained the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10 to 7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Bradley. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
Let's go now.
And they'll give here to Charbonnet on the option. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Read option. This is White. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otton, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field?
Here we go.
And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Looking to throw on second down. Sweeney. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Off play action. Sweeney. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Go Street.
Bucs 31-yard line.
Chop 60, chop 60. Go.
Back to throw. Sweeney. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 20-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So Charles, you look at this offense. They're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you've got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, a #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
To throw on 3rd down, Sweeney being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Shoulder ready.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line.
Panther 11.
Second and
Panther
goal.
11. 19 Lions. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Sweeney. Touchdown. A.T. Perry from 4 yards out. And the Saints have yet again retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Bradley. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now 2nd and 3.
7 Pirates. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go.
Operating from the gun, Sweeney. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Racing to the end zone. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Charbonnet is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on third and 15. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Viking 18. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Off the play fake. Sweeney. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Kamara. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. '19 Lion. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. The kick by Lutz is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant. Offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Here we go, set.
Operating from the gun, Bradley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sweeney. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers. That's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 43.
Go.
On the counter, here's Kamara, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be second and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ready.
Off play action. Sweeney. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Kalijah Kancey in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on second and 6.
Let's go.
Now a second and 6. Looking to throw. Bradley. Throw right side. Taken in by Godwin. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's third and 4 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 4. Operating from the gun, Bradley. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Cowboy 80. Check out.
Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
Off the play fake. Bradley. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Peyton Turner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
70 Timberwolves.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Sweeney under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Vita Vea able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
60 Bobcat. Ready.
Looking to throw. Sweeney. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
Cougar 19.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is 1st and 10.
19 Lions.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Let's go now. Ready.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Trash. 18, Pioneer. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and 12.
Rig alert, rig alert. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.